Hey, what is up, Internet? Kyle here, Slapshot Toys, doing another Diamond Select figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Select Spider-Gwen. Now first, a huge thank you goes out to Nostalgia Inc. in Mason, Ohio. It's a local comic shop for me. They were awesome enough to order her for me, and man, does she look cool. Now I'm a really big Spider-Gwen fan, and I've really been wanting a action figure of her to put in my collection. And since I like Diamond Select so much, I was like, why not get this one? So I'm super excited to see what this figure looks like. So let's not delay that any further. To the light box. And here's Spider-Gwen out of the packaging, and my first overall impressions are this is a really cool figure. Now there are some definite issues I see straight out of the box as far as paint apps, posability, those type of things. That's kind of to be expected with Diamond Select since it is a lower $20, $25 price point figure. You really can't compare them to like SH Figuarts, MEZCO, those type of figures that are the more premium, smaller scale lines. But overall, I think this figure is really cool. This pose I got her into real quick looks really good. I'm excited to take a closer look at her. So let's go ahead and do that and start with the accessories. Taking a closer look at the accessories that Spider-Gwen comes with. First thing I want to take a look at is this dioramic base, and this thing looks absolutely awesome. I mean, you get this robot here covered in all this rubble. I mean, look at all this detailing here and all these like bricks and rubble and all this. It just looks awesome. You get like all this detail with like the dark and the light grays. I mean, this just looks fantastic. I kind of wish they would have put this much quality into the figure with the paint jobs and everything. But this just looks awesome. You get the hand right there. You get a little severed hand there with like all the wires and hoses and everything exposed. That looks awesome. You get some nice wear here on the robot itself. This thing just looks absolutely awesome. This is actually a nice heavy piece of plastic too, so I like that when it's dealing with bases and stuff. I know Spider-Gwen's not going to tip it over or anything like that. The next accessory we do get is the unmasked head, and this looks really, really good. The eyes look fantastic. Love the eyeshadow that they put on her. Mouth, lipstick, nose, everything looks really, really good. The paint apps are super clean on this. Ears look really nice and sculpted. You get all those individual strands of hair up there and along the back of the head. I mean, those just look great. You do kind of get that kind of like splotchy brown black there in the hair, which kind of gives it like a little bit kind of like a almost like a grittier kind of look. I think that looks really, really nice. And then you're also given this little down hood from the costume, so when she's wearing the unmasked sculpt, you can have the hood down, and that looks really nice as well. And this is where we start to see some of the kind of issues I have with the paint. You get a ton of that pink, but then you get that like purple that should be in this like little lines, and I mean it's just kind of pooled all over up top and big splotches. Not really the cleanest paint job from Diamond Select there, and then unfortunately that is on the figure, which I'll get to here in a second. And then we are also given 2 pairs of hands and 1 accessory hand. We're given these 2 open hands, 2 semi-closed hands, and then this, of course, the Spider-Man flipping hand. And taking a closer look at these hands, not a whole lot going on, just a nice white paint job, some little line work there on the palm, but not really a whole lot of detail on any of these. Taking a closer look at Spider-Gwen herself, the costume is actually one of the reasons why I got into Spider-Gwen to begin with, and I think as far as aesthetically, they really definitely nailed it. So we get here, I mean, I love this mask, like kind of hood, the whole kind of head section of Spider-Gwen I just love. We get some nice detailing there inside the hood with the spider lines. Get that nice kind of purple there in some of the lines. As you can see, it's not really super clean, but I mean, it's kind of what you expect with figures like this. I love that shadowing there, or the pink shadowing around the eyes. I think that looks wonderful. The white along the hood and everything, that looks absolutely wonderful. And this is a nice soft rubber, so it actually moves with the figure. That's really nice. Coming down to the arms, this is where my gripes really kind of start to mount up. As you can see there, there's just a lot of splotches of that purple. They didn't get it inside the little spider web design there very well at all. And that really kind of sucks because I think this figure would have been that much better if it wouldn't have had these big splotches of purple everywhere. You see it there on the elbow as well. That really kind of sucks because that's kind of one of the big things is the bright colors in the spider webbing with Spider-Gwen. And unfortunately, it just kind of looks really messy, to be honest with you. The few sections that it did get in, it looks pretty cool. Kind of there on top of the bicep, but a lot of it just looks like that where it's, yeah, not great. Coming through down to the abdomen and everything, you get kind of the muscles and everything sculpted out. That looks really good. Really like the black and the white that they used. Really love that pink and purple. It really does stand out. Just wish it wasn't so splotchy. You get the white there on the arms, back of the figure, more of just the white and the black design. Looks really good. Coming down the legs, once again, just solid black, and you get the nice turquoise shoes there. That looks really good. Overall, cool sculpt. Just wish the paint apps were a little bit cleaner. Taking a closer look at the articulation on the figure, the head will actually rotate all the way around, and like I said, this is a nice soft rubber, so it actually moves with the figure and kind of bends as you need it to, and that actually works really, really well. So you can't really look up a whole lot, and she really can't look down a whole lot either. There's just a very small range of motion there. And then there is just a little bit of kind of a head pivot back and forth there. Not a whole lot though. As far as arms, her arms are actually articulated very nicely, so you can go a full 90 degrees from her body. There is a bicep rotation up here at the bicep. They do go forward all the way around, so that's good rotation there. As far as the elbow, there's only one single joint, so you only get a 90-degree range of motion there. As far as the hands, they do rotate and they do hinge up and down. As far as the abdomen, there is a cut here that allows rotation. There's really not, there's just a very, very, very little bit of an ab crunch there. Not a whole lot. There's also a cut here at the waist, which allows rotation there as well. As far as the legs, they do go out a decent amount, but you get that weird kind of cut there in the crotch area that looks, yeah, just kind of weird. They do kick forward a decent amount as well. She can go about 90 degrees from her abdomen. There is a cut here up at the thigh, so that does rotate. She is double jointed at her knees, and you actually get some really, really good range of motion there, so that looks really good. As far as the feet, they do rock up and down, and they have that rotating pivot. So that is going to do it for a review of the Marvel Select Spider-Gwen collectible action figure. Like I said during my review, I really think Diamond Select really nailed the overall look of Spider-Gwen. I just really, really, really wish that the paint apps and some of the posability and things were just a little bit higher quality, especially the paint apps. I think that just, the blobs of purple just really bring this figure down in my opinion. And it could be just the one that I got. This was the only one available at the store I went to. They actually ordered it for me. I'm not complaining about that at all. I mean, they ordered what they were able to order. I'm still extremely happy to have this figure as a part of my Spider-Verse collection. I think if you're looking for a Spider-Gwen figure, this is definitely one to look into. I would just, when you pick it up at the store, just make sure you kind of look it over for any of the splotchy paints or anything like that, and see how much that really does bother you, because I know that could be a big deal breaker for some people. So once again, that is going to do it for my review this evening. Well, thank you guys so much for checking out these videos. Really does mean a lot that you guys are watching them. Make sure you guys go ahead and leave a comment if you guys like this figure, what you guys think of Spider-Gwen, and what you guys think of Marvel Select figures in general. Love to talk Marvel figures, whatever it is with you guys. Love to interact with you guys. Give me a big thumbs up if you guys like this video. Give me a big thumbs down if you dislike this video. Either way, it's fine with me. But make sure you go ahead and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any future content, including last night, I got my not my shipping notice, but I got my 2-week notice for my homemade suit Spider-Man hot toy. I cannot wait for that figure. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to pose it. I'm going to have so many pictures. The reviews are going to be awesome. Make sure you guys subscribe. Don't miss out on any of that content. I'll be posting, as soon as I get that review up, I'll be posting it everywhere, so I'm sure you'll see it. Also, make sure you guys join the Syndicate. I know I'm not a mod or anything like that, but I love the site. It's a Facebook group, all for figure collecting, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's got some awesome YouTubers on there. Just check all of it out. It's a ton of fun. I'll have the link in the description below. So once again, that is going to do it for me this evening, so I'll catch you guys later. See ya.